Yo, what's up? After not touching the Hopeless Noob for weeks, I finally got into contact with him again and he reached his 50-second battle. And here's the biggest takeaway so far. It's extremely expensive to get new stuff. And this is something new players need to know about the game, which just sucks right now. Because, for example, I know how to play the game at maximum efficiency. Like, maximum efficiency. Doesn't get any more efficient. And I'm literally scraping every single last silver. For example, 4 games ago, I unlocked the Puma, which is arguably the strongest tank. Depending on your playstyle, either the Panzer 3N, which is very easy to play and quite strong, or the Puma, which is bit stronger but much harder to play. Well, it's moderately stronger but also moderately harder to play. You definitely want one of these two, and obviously the Puma is better since it comes much earlier and is much cheaper, so all the advantages are on the Puma side. So obviously I wanted to get the Puma after unlocking it, but it cost 7,500. Guess what? I had to play multiple games, like 4 games, to get enough silver. And I barely bought anything before that. The only things I bought were 2 machine gunners and a machine gun for each. And here's the kicker, these soldiers are extremely expensive. 2 machine gunners literally cost you 6,000. It's ridiculous, it's absolutely overpriced. And I even had to remove the upgrades from this tank that I used for the last, I don't know, 20-30 battles. Which is quite good. It was definitely worth it upgrading the tank, because even with the upgrades, the turret rotation was extremely slow. So yeah, also they weren't that expensive. And keep in mind, these are all tricks you really want to know. You can, after upgrading, also sell those upgrades. Obviously you get only a little fraction of what you paid, but still, selling this and clicking on these achievements, because many people forget there are these actual achievements you can get, but you have to click on them to get those prizes, and also random stuff from the current ongoing event, which I strongly recommend everyone to play, because this event actually, yep, 3 APCs with a cannon, absolutely strong. Sadly only BR3, so we can't even play them on our low BR account, but yeah, whatever. Still quite fun and nice to have. Also, BR3 is fine, because as long as you don't get upscaled, as long as you get only downscaled with your army into BR1 to 3 battles, it's alright. So yeah, scraping every single silver we could find in our army, we got exactly basically enough to buy the Puma. So yep, this was very tight. And we finally have the Puma, which is amazing. Now, what advantage does the Puma give us, for those who don't know, over the Panzer 3J that we were using? Well, the Panzer 3J, compared to all the other tanks, as you can see, is the only one with actually really good armor. I used this one for a couple of games. I also showed you one game. This is extremely good when it comes to blowing up tanks due to its long 75mm cannon. 75mm means you get good load of explosive filling, also a heavy projectile. And the long cannon means it's actually very fast and actually penetrates well. And it's literally a tank destroyer, so you can blow up all the low BR, also mid BR tanks easily with it. But in order to kill infantry, you need to exactly hit an enemy soldier in the body to get an area explosion effect. So this is possibly the highest skill level tank in low BR. Extremely hard to use, but if you use it right, it's surprisingly strong. But in many situations, you can use this pixel sniping only if you're gray zone camping and you're out of danger, because even if you get attacked a little bit, if you have to drive around or move around, you can't just pixel hunt. So we want a tank that has a good cannon, can blow up enemy tanks, and still also deal with infantry. Now the Panzer 3J was basically dead because he has good armor, unlike all the other tanks who have like 15, 16 or 30, 35. The J came with good armor and good 50mm cannon to blow up infantry, and a machine gun. And it was slow but still quite fast enough. So yeah, all a good tank. But here's the Puma. Puma comes with a bit worse armor, but it's sloped at least. So this is a big plus. And it has a very long 50mm cannon. Now this 50mm cannon is extremely good against tanks. Much better than the medium length size we had. Also arguably as strong as the tank hunter cannon. And yep, it just penetrates all the enemy tanks. And you're extremely mobile. Look at the speed, almost twice as fast as the Panzer IIIJ and all the other tanks. And you can do really good flanking maneuvers that you usually couldn't. Now in real life, this tank entered service in late 1943, and the first combat experience was seen during the counterattacks right after Normandy by the Panzer Lehr Division. There were roughly around 28 or almost 30 Pumas in that moment in action, and like around 10 of them survived. Many of them got killed, mostly due to plane attacks, not even in-battle attacks. They were used as reconnaissance tanks. Well, if they were introduced in early war, they would have been absolutely dominating, since they're extremely mobile. They are very fast, perfect reconnaissance, and also very strong attack capabilities. Like, these could have blown up every single tank on the Soviet front in the first 2 years of the war. Possibly even KV-1s if they know where the weak spots are. And here's the best part. You can literally, in Enlisted, blow up T-34s easily from the front. And KV-1s also from the front if you find the weak spots. So this cannon is extremely good. And after the war, American engineers calculated that if Germany had better steel ammunition with better penetration abilities, this could have actually penetrated basically all American tanks too. So yeah, this cannon, don't underestimate it, it's really, really good. We don't have that many shells, but we have all types of shells, so yeah. Finally, our overall tank that we really want to have in the game to dominate. Now, what are we gonna level up after that? And this is the hard question, and the main reason why I'm recording this further episode of the Noob series. Very simple. We reached a stage where we don't really need to get more tanks. Like, getting any of these tanks won't be a significant upgrade. It actually will be mostly a downgrade over the Puma, so we literally don't need tanks. We could go into planes, though. Why should we go straight into planes after unlocking basically the best tank? Does make sense. Also, the first really good plane you would have would be this one, so yeah. Okay, now what about the Panzer weapons? Yep, I would like to get this one. Actually, I would like to get the Sturm pistol, because this one actually slaps tanks away. Or even with some good aim training, the GRB-39, which is literally the strongest anti-tank weapon for Germany on low BR, but quite hard to aim. Yep, that also it would take quite a long time. But even getting the Panzerbüchse 39 over the 38 version would be already good, since it's a little bit faster overall. Ironically enough, in real life, the 39 version was worse than the 38, because the 39 version was a cheaper made version. It was easier and faster to produce, but had less overall quality. But in Enlisted, it's exactly the other way around. So, yep, we could, if we have the luxury situation to just randomly grind it, okay. But that's not high priority. What about SMGs? Well, here's the problem. I really want to have a tank, and there's not really that much space to get into assaulters right now. Like, I don't really need the medics. They're literally too weak. This is a big takeaway. After a while, once you get other squads, especially once you get the machine gunners, you don't need medics anymore. The machine gunners are just better on short range. So yeah, SMGs, here's the kicker. The first the best SMG you get for low BI is the MP40. You literally have to grind into tier 3 technology until you get the battle rating 2 MP40. Yes, this is the 10th SMG you get, and after having the first really good one, the MP34, you need to grind 8 more. Like, what the hell? Obviously not. I ain't gonna do that. We could theoretically just grind until we get the FNAP, which is a good upgrade over the MP34. But the FNAP is, yep, it wouldn't be that much worth it. What about the sniper rifles? Yeah, here comes the big takeaway for you. If you're really deep into sniping, it's definitely worth it to get this one and also this one, Because this one, the pre-war carabiner, the pre-war Kar 98K sniper version, 63 bullets per minute over 58, and once you get the upgrade, since they're proportional percentage-wise, they're gonna be even faster than this one upgraded. So this is a really good sniper rifle. The speed is just insane. It's actually so fast, especially if you have the additional aiming speed, that it's basically like almost like a semi-auto rifle, since every bullet, if you try to shoot it faster with a semi-auto rifle, would miss. And also you need time to aim. So there's a point in time, there's a speed level of bolt actions that you don't even need to surpass, because you wouldn't be even faster while playing. And this is very close to it. So this is basically the perfect bolt action sniper rifle. That's a good recommendation. Definitely more recommendable over anything else after you unlock the MG13. That was like the main goal all the last games, to get this one, since this is the best battle rating 2 as a battle rating 2 machine gun. Well, there are only 2. This one sucks hard. This one's actually really good. I like it a lot. So yep, we wanted the Puma, and now comes the biggest important thing: the bolt actions. We already have the Kar 98K as the best bolty in low BR, because depending on how you like the sights, others may be better, but I absolutely love these sights, and I'm gonna try out the VZ. It was recommended to me from some people, mainly due to the alleged additional melee speed. If that's right, I will definitely give it a try, and if I like the sights. Though that's not the main incentive. The main incentive is the pre-war Kar 98K. Not even simply due to the fact that it's a good bolt action. It's by pure stats much better than the, well, not much better, but definitely better than the normal Kar 98K. But the sights are different. The sights are, well, it's not rounded sights. It's literally this little metal piece sights, which is my experience, and for many people too, it's definitely worse if you want to aim fast. And aiming fast that's literally the most important thing about bolt actions. You want sights that are really good for your fast aiming. This is the biggest advantage it gives you. It literally is about the soldier class you unlock, and it is the Radio Man. The Radio Man, unlocked with the pre-war carabiner, is literally the most important class to get after you got yourself the machine gunners, since this is gonna be the final change in your army that puts you above the top. Right now I can't call artillery strikes, and you can remember the following thing: every game that you lose closely without having access to artillery strikes, you would have very likely won if you had artillery strikes. Because artillery strikes, if the game goes long and close, would give you easily 30-40 kills in a game. Yes, and even if you don't win the game, it's still a ton of more experience. And also a little bit of more silver gain that you will get for additional kills. So yep, absolutely worth it. And this is what I'm currently grinding since like around 5 games after unlocking the Puma. We are grinding the pre-war Kar 98K, and I really hope to have enough silver until then to be able to upgrade the Puma, which is gonna be quite expensive. It has 5 levels, by the way. So we're really gonna feel the pain. And this is another reason why I want to grind events that are coming with good prices. Some of these also, well, sadly literally no vehicle upgrade orders, damn it. But I hope the battle pass is gonna give us some, because let me check, is this a vehicle upgrade order? No, it's a weapon upgrade order, damn it. I don't see, and here's a vehicle upgrade order, alright. Alright, it's gonna come in, yeah, it's gonna come in around a week, yeah. It's worth it to plan ahead and take a look at the prices here, because you see, alright, this is gonna be silver, this is gonna be silver, silver, this is gonna be, yep, also okay. I would use it for the 5th level, since the 5th level takes a lot. But the 5th level takes almost as long as all the other levels combined. And yeah, the weapon upgrade and the vehicle upgrade order for the last level literally can save you 10,000 silver. So yeah, we absolutely want this. Also, I'm gonna save up the weapon upgrade orders that you also can randomly get from the current event, because guess what? Upgrading the Kar98 case was already quite expensive, on the last level at least. But upgrading, yeah, upgrading 5 level machine guns will be absolutely painful. And the machine guns really profit with the additional precision and fire rate and everything. So yeah, reaching the stage of your army organization where you start to get really good stuff, you start to get the 5-star vehicles and the 5-star weapons, and you want to start making your armies complete and perfect and your squads perfect, yeah, this is when the costs start exploding exponentially. And this is the last lesson for today. You really want to start saving up and planning ahead and looking, alright, what am I going to get from events, what am I going to get from the battle pass, because otherwise, from a free-to-play standpoint, you will need to have like 50,000 silver easily to just equip all of these dudes and unlock all of their stuff. And yeah, planning ahead is the secret. Also watch my perk guides, where you see how to perk up your soldiers perfectly, because I noticed, unlike on my normal event where I just wasted, I don't know, like 100,000 silver just to perk back and forth constantly to show you all the perk combinations that are good and to try them out myself. Here I have to care about every single silver, and I literally can't afford to delete perks. So what I'm doing is I literally don't put up any perks unless I know, okay, for example, here I can start putting up perks. For example, I know here's a perfect engineer, so I will have 1, 2, 2, 1. Alright, I could already do this, yep. But just putting in a random perk, it would be good right now. For example, I would like to have the additional melee speed for fun. I can't do that because I will have to remove it later, and this will cost me a lot. And it's literally breaking all the bank. So yeah, efficiency and planning ahead is the key. As in real life with army organization, the better logistic basically always wins. It's actually quite rarely about strategy, since even the best strategy lose against weak logistic. So yep, that's what we learned so far with the Hopeless Noob. And I noticed also the battles are really fun. I'm much more flexible now, I can do more things, I can build ready points with every single squad, which helps a lot, especially since the teammates don't do that. And I can even start quite soon to build heavy machine gun nests. And this will finally give us the strongest basically weapon you get on low BR, the heavy machine guns. They can shred through basically every tank the enemies have. You don't even need the tank guns against them. And the tank guns are mostly good against groups of enemies, not even against tanks that move away. They're really good against very far away gray zone camping tanks, but they're quite slow, their swinging rate isn't that good. Heavy machine guns, much better on the other hand. And keep in mind, the Puma also has the advantage of a machine gun 42. Yep, unlike the other tanks that come with a machine gun 34, this MG42 is much faster, shoots much faster, and you really feel the difference. Enemies can escape the MG34, but they can't escape the MG42. Because if you spray into a group of enemies, all will be dead. With the MG34, they literally can run through your beam of bullets and get hit once and survive due to the nerf of those bullets in Enlisted. But this thing, no one survives, as in real life. So yeah, Puma, very much underrated, very strong. And heavy machine gun is still the king of low BR. Alright, that's it. Let's meet in the battles. Goodbye.